Greetings and welcome to the Dicey Cantina and our podcast reboot of the series. I'm Andrew Armstrong III, your host and game master. If you're joining us for the first time, the Dicey Cantina is not only a bar, but a secret rebel hideout in the slum city of Central Isthmus on the planet Druckenwell, rimward on the Corellian trade node. There, it's run by Brack, who also leads the rebel cell, and with whatever crew he can cobble together each week, will strike back against the Empire. And with that, our story begins. On this planet far, far away, a long time ago. So as you guys are walking around, you have to locate Riku's office. And so you guys got to give me a average of 2 purple. I'll take survival or streetwise.
What are your survival or street? I think I've got a streetwise that's worth looking at.
I might have survival. Let's see.
My streetwise is 1 yellow and 3 green.
Survival, I have 1 yellow and 1 green.
So my
streetwise,
streetwise
I have
is
2 green. Yeah. So
my streetwise is better.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll also take perception.
Oh, perception.
Oh, perception.
Yeah. I have 1 yellow and 3 green. So
yeah, I have 1.
So give me an average perception check to notice where Miss Riku's office is.
Is
yellow,
he helping
3
me
green.
or no?
He's telling a story.
Okay.
He's keeping everybody entertained.
So we've got 2 successes and 2 advantage.
Oh wow, dice gods are on our side today.
All right. So you'll notice the sign out there. Advantage means that you don't run into anybody you didn't expect.
So we're walking down the hallway, and suddenly Lizzie stops and elbows Jaws and says, "Hey, look." And she gestures. That's the office. That's Riku's office.
Hold on, I'm kind of slipping on our little ploy here. I have trouble remembering things sometimes, and I wrote down all of our names on my hand here. It's kind of sweating a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Let me make sure that everything's right.
Rookie mistake, always use Sharpie.
Well, we don't... Where was I going to put one? So you're DeAndre Pippin?
Deandra Poinpoff.
And I'm
White Claw.
Whitlaw. Oh, White Claw. Okay. I've got you. And we're here to see Elliot Rick? Is that the guy?
It's a girl named Elliot Riku.
Oh boy.
You are new at this.
Okay, well, I'll just do my best to remember it.
Oh, good. So, Jaws, you came on a little strong with the receptionist back there. Like, she was kind of polite. So start polite, only get
frustrated if they give us resistance.
Yeah, and we think that now everything's going to be okay, right? Because they're giving us what we want, so we don't need to be quite so angry.
I got you.
Unless we have to be angry, so.
I think it was necessary to sell the plan.
All right.
I'll lead the way.
After you.
So I hold the door open for her.
So as Jaws and Lizzie step into Riku's office, we cut back to Ginkgo and Kuman to Ginkgo and Veer.
Ginkgo and Veer.
and 33 stepping through kind of the last turn into this big dome space now, kind of collection point. A node on the end of a long kind of winding maze of tunnels. And the platform itself also widens as you come in through the door. So now it's going through, it's still on the right side of the circle and comes in. The dome is a big circular room that's got the water and everything kind of rushing in. It sounds deeper now as it just kind of sits right below the platform. The platform is about 4-person wide now. You've got a little bit more space to operate from. You guys have been following some power conduits that have been along the wall, and they've kind of come and terminated into a big electrical box, that's shielded against the weather and everything like that. It's got a minor lock to it to keep it closed. It's obviously powered down, and there's just a one kind of dim work light right above it, kind of shining its way to you guys. So the end of your mission's in sight. You've got to get the mechanics worked out on this box to get the components reconnected, and you'll have power back to the Dicey Cantina.
So Veer, stepping into the larger chamber, says, "This looks like the place. I guess I'll get working on opening that box up for you if you want to try to figure out this wiring issue."
You bet.
33 kind of flies off for half a second out to the middle of the dome. It's like, whoo, 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 just kind of spinning around, looking around, and hovering. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was adding that for flavor. I didn't mention that at all. The sound kind of echoes off the walls a little bit, but it's that childlike wonder of just, this is a cool place to hover around. I'm glad I don't have wheels, is basically what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Veer's going to head over to the box and check it out and start going through his pockets for his lockpicks to maybe try to pick open the box so that Gingo can do his thing.
Awesome. You definitely can open it with your lockpicks.
Okay.
So the scenes calls for an average mechanics check. The rest is kind of narrative.
Okay. So Veer goes to work on it for a minute, and he gets the lock to work, and
I see here. Yeah, this shouldn't be too hard. I should probably mention that my main training was in engineering, even though, I'm hoping to get some sniping under my belt. But this looks pretty typical. Let me see what I can do with it.
Steps back and says, "Well, I'm glad you know what you're doing, because past these locks, I don't know what I'm doing."
All right, I guess I'm going to go ahead and roll. I got 3 successes and 2 advantages.
So you see kind of the standard industrial fuse box that this is. You know the components here. There's the Star Warsian control panels. So you turn this knob, and then there's the ka-chunk, and you pull this out, and then the light goes red, and you push it in, and light goes green, and then you do that another time. There's another ka-chunk. You put that in, and then you reach down to the third one, and as you push it in, and the light turns green, and there's that ka-chunk, a series of lights turn on in the dome. That's now you see for the first time that the power of this node is runs off this same junction box, and so now it's as bright as day around. You get to see all the grime and slime of this dome as the water kind of trickles in, and you hear the plunk to it. And as 33 now gets a good look, it kind of is like, and then he stops hovering for a second and wobbles kind of back and forth, and then screaming runs hovers right over your shoulder, Ginkgo, with whoa! And these two tentacles come out from the pool of water in the center and slap the ground next to you. And you guys have entered combat with a Dianoga, the sewer creature that attacks Luke in New Hope. And so let's roll initiative. Pull up a little voice sample for myself before I can do Riku. So you guys got like 2 minutes before I'm going to talk again. Let's see here.
I'm going to eat pickles.
And string cheese.
What do you think they brought us for lunch?
Well, what race was that secretary?
I thought she was human. Yeah, she's human. Everybody on Druckenwell is human except you guys.
Oh, gross. I hate human food.
Sorry.
I swear if it's pizza, I'm gonna hurl.
I hope it's noodles from Bob's. I love that place.
What's even in noodles?
What do you eat?
I mean, Banta.
But bantha milk? All you blue people eat blue bantha milk.
Ooh, it's delicious.
You remind me of this guy I used to know, Tets. It was all he would ever drink. It was crazy.
What about space slugs? Do you like space slugs?
Ew.
What? Come on.
All right, so as you guys enter Elliot Riku's office, you find that tastefully appointed with a few decorations here and there, but the walls are still very brown and drab. It's just a federal building, it's not made to look nice. It's just made to function. In the middle of the smallish office is a desk with a data terminal in it, and Riku is standing at the window looking out. You can tell that she's got a little bit of a shrewd look on her face as she says, "I should have been notified of this inspection by the Empire. Why wasn't I?"
Notifications are always sent out before Imperial inspections, ma'am.
Yes, so why didn't I receive one?
Well, it was sent from our office. As far as why you didn't receive it, you should check with your own staff. Probably someone dropped the ball.
It was Rosna, wasn't it?
She didn't seem to have the information, or did she?
Yeah, she's always been vying for my job, jumping from receptionist to manager. It's unheard of. Anyway, what is your reason for being here?
We require the power turned on from the grid to Section 32B. It must be done immediately.
32B?
Yes.
32B? I haven't heard of 32B. Where is that?
Our hotel is right there, and this is insufferable. The showers don't even work.
Look, it's not your business why it needs to be turned on. 32B needs to be turned on immediately. I know you're not used to dealing with the Empire in our ways, but I'm not used to being questioned.
This is highly irregular.
It's not irregular at all. Welcome to the New Order, Miss Riku.
Dang. She just kind of stares at you for a moment, kind of sizing up what's happening to her life here. And she walks over to the data terminal and pulls it up. 32B, is that even on my grid here? She kind of digs through the data and is kind of scrolling through. Your hotel's in Central Isthmus?
There was clearly a mistake, probably due to some on-world ball dropping.
Coming to this place is just so backwoods. I can't believe they sent us here, Miss Pinpoff.
So the Empire needs power to grid 33B.
32B.
32B.
Do it now. Please.
All right. So make your roll. We'll see how the rest of the scene goes. And yeah, for the fun of it, we're going to upgrade it too. So 1 purple, 1 red. And you guys now have 2 light side tokens.
So
Purple, 1 red.
1 purple, 1 red.
And then we have 3 yellow. 3 yellow, 1 green.
And you have a blue. You mispronounced
3 yellow, 1 green.
Pinpoff again.
Ah, yes.
Blue.
3 yellow, 1 green, a blue, 1 purple, 1 red. And then how do we use the light side points?
You can, for dice rolls, you can change a green to a yellow.
I say we do it. It's going to make a dark side point, but this is the last roll of the session here, and we really need to land this, or this. So I'd like to turn one green to 1 yellow.
All right.
Let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to take 1 green away. So we have 4 yellows, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 purple. All right, so that means that they're going to have some dark side points as well later, but let's see. Oh, all right.
Barely
so
pulled it
1
out.
success and 2 advantages.
1 success and 2 advantages.
Oof.
Well, I suppose if the Empire needs it, I know that things are transitioning. And do you have the code cylinder on you?
Code cylinder? What kind of backwards world is this?
Oh, code cylinders are the gray things on all Imperial uniforms. They're keys for computers and doors.
Okay, and why would she require us to have a code cylinder?
So she totally buys it. She's not doing anything nefarious. She's assuming that you guys, the Empire is authorizing this, right? So she's trying to go through the proper channels. Your advantage is that I should have said this as I started it. Your advantage is that you know that she also has access codes and code cylinders, right? So this would be the way that it doesn't trace back to you. And you also don't have a code cylinder. Okay, I mean, if the Empire, I know things are transitioning weird with the Empire, so things can get murky. But so 32B, all right. Do you have your code cylinder to authorize the power?
Look, she left her code cylinder at the hotel on purpose. It's a power play. She wants to make you do it. She's been just in a mood today. You saw how she acted. Could you please just do it? I don't want to catch any more. I've already been hit twice today.
Well, that's against policy, but I suppose if it'll help you out. She reaches down and pulls out her code cylinder and authorizes the power to be diverted into 32B, or to be added to that grid. Oh, okay. Is there anything else the Empire needs? She says, kind of dismissively.
Where's our lunch?
Your lunch?
Yes, I was told there would be lunch. I requested noodles.
Wait, there's a... Miss Dandruff, there's a food cart there.
Looks like, what was her name? Rosna came through after all.
Razda.
Always showing me up. Yes, of course we provided lunch. The noodles, as requested. It's on the cart, with my compliments.
Delightful. Thank you, Miss Riku.
You're most welcome.
Long live the Empire. And we turn around and walk off. Or Emperor.
I hope you'll remember me as the Empire transitions here.
Yes, Miss Rice.
I'm sure we will. Thank you, Miss Riku.
All right. So you guys grab a box of noodles and get to walk out the front door. The Dianoga goes first, and then you guys go. So the tentacles flop around, and a third one starts working its way up towards your legs, Veer. But Ginkgo, you're the first to suffer the ensnaring grip. This crushing grip of the tentacle wraps its way around your ankle and up to your knee and pulls hard, pulling you down to the ground. And you're ensnared there. You'll suffer 2 strain and 1 wound, and it's your PC's turn. And there's this roar of the beast. It's like, "Rah!" and pulls you down. Woo! Yeah.
So either of us can go next.
Yes.
So as Ginkgo hits the ground, he quickly pulls his blaster out from its holster, and he's going to aim his best he can at the tentacle just below his foot, and I guess take a shot.
So we're treating this as a called shot, is how I'm going to treat that. So if you're successful at the roll, not only will you do the damage, but the tentacle will release.
Okay. And also with armor soak, does that do anything to the wound that I got?
No, these bypass those.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so I'll roll, and all I got was 1 threat, the one that looks like the side of a TIE fighter.
Yeah, so your shot goes wild, and you've put a hole in the floor next to you, and the tentacle constricts even harder on you, and you suffer another strain to that. And feel free to converse with your compatriot on if you're in trouble of some kind and need help. You might need to know.
Hopefully he heard me scream and shoot.
Yeah, Veer kind of runs up and smacks the blaster kind of out of line so he doesn't get shot. He's like, no, do it like this. And out from under his coat, he brings this vibro sword and takes a really nice long, or a good cut at that tentacle, trying to sever the tentacle.
Okay.
And free Ginkgo.
Yeah, we'll do 2 blacks for the called shot, and I'm going to spend the last token that I have to upgrade a second time, and he has a rank and adversary, but no defense, and so you've got 2 red to roll.
Really should have spent more time fighting with this thing, practicing with it. My melee skill is low. All right, he adds one.
Which you tell Ginkgo before you cut, right?
Right, exactly.
I really should have practiced this more.
I really should have practiced it more. No.
What?
Okay, I got 1 success and 1 triumph.
Ooh. How do you want to spend your triumph?
Oh, man. I want to... Oh, man.
That's all for this week, but come back next week for more from the Dicey Cantina. If you're enjoying the show and you want to help us grow, please leave a 5-star rating and review on your favorite pod service. Subscribe to the podcast, of course, and recommend us to all your friends. You can also find us on social media on Facebook as well as YouTube at Dicey Cantina, all one word. The Dicey Cantina is GM'd by myself, Andrew Armstrong III. Lizzie Pree is played by Jessica Martin. Veer is played by Paul Craig. Ginkgo is played by Grant Bowen, and Jaws is played by Brian Russell. The Force and Destiny role-playing game is a product of Fantasy Flight Games from fantasyflightgames.com. Star Wars is owned by Disney and Lucasfilm and is created by George Lucas. See you next week in the Dicey Cantina.